Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to start discussion and analysis over the issues and the topics of very important sociological discipline in the present time, that is environmental sociology. So environmental sociology is the most relevant and most the significant subdiscipline of the sociology. And in today's video, I will discuss about what is environmental sociology and how environmental sociology got institutionalized, and what is the significance of the environmental sociology. So please be with me till the end of the video so that you will get the exact points and the discussions. In sociology, the environment was studied from the societal point of view. There is mainly social and cultural environment was studied. The classical theory, even the modern sociological theories and the development of theories over the period of time mainly focused on the social and cultural development and the social and cultural environment related to the human society, mainly the human based environment or humanly created environment, but it never concentrated on the natural environment, natural disaster, natural the environment, the natural phenomena and all. It always believed that human society lives in the humanly created society and the structure and the cultures, and the natural environment, natural phenomena are the subject matter of the geography or biological science and the natural sciences. So that was the ignorance of the sociology. But there was a landmark time period in the sociology, and it was 1970. 1970 witnessed the first Earth Day, and this first Earth Day 1970 was considered as the first step of, or the day one of the environmentalism. That was a beginning of the new environmentalism or modern environmentalism. Even later in this 1970 was declared as the environmental decade. So at this period, the mainstream sociology was totally ignorant about this environmental phenomena or the natural environment, the environmental disaster, the hazards and others. The classical sociological traditions were mainly focused on the social structure, social system, the social facts, and how individuals' behavior is determined by the social structure and social systems. But it never considered the ecological the aspects of the society, and it never considered the human's intervention in the natural environment and how the natural environment creates the problems of the nature, but these natural problems or these natural disasters may have its link with the human society. But the mainstream sociology never understood or considered this particular aspect of the society or nature. So the sociology's ignorance was mainly responded by two American sociologists, Professor Dunlap and Professor William Robert Catton. These two sociologists, through their approach, the new ecological paradigm, criticized the sociological stand or sociology's stand about the society, about the problems, about the research issues and others. And their ideas or the perspective called the new ecological paradigm was the source of the development of the environmental sociology. And they believes that this environmental sociology is the criticism over the sociology's ignorance about the considering the ecology and environment in understanding the human society, or understanding human society in relation to ecology and environment. So basically we can say that this environmental sociology is the reply or is the criticism over the ignorance of the mainstream sociology. So Dunlap and Catton, they propounded the new ecological paradigm or new environmental paradigm, and they argued that this new paradigm, that is new ecological paradigm, should replace the human exceptionalism paradigm. So they described this human exceptionalism paradigm is the sociology's, or the mainstream sociology is the worldview, that is how the sociology look into the world around it. So they described certain assumptions, certain features of the human exceptionalism paradigm that I will discuss here. According to human exceptionalism paradigm, human beings are unique. Human beings have the uniqueness in the society, and human beings is different and unique from other creatures, other the organisms, because of their society and culture. So they focuses on human beings uniqueness. Second important assumption of this human exceptionalism paradigm is the culture. That is, culture, according to this paradigm, this culture is infinite. It can change, it can vary from generation to generation, from time to time. It's because human beings who brings changes in the culture, and human being means the creates change in the culture, so culture changes. Third assumption is that the human differences are socially induced. That is, this human differences occurs because of the society and culture. It is not inborn, it is not any biological means the determination. Rather, society and culture molds individual, and the individual's difference appears in the society. The fourth and last assumption of the human exceptionalism paradigm is that this humanly created culture is progressive. It progresses, it continuously progresses. There is no limit, it is infinite. And there is and any problem, any means the difficulty, any obstacle occurs in this process, it is soluble, means it can be resolved, it can be solved by the human beings. So human beings culture which they have created is progressive, it is dynamic, it changes. So in short, we can say that the human exceptionalism paradigm believes in the human beings independence in the world. That is how human beings can create their society, can mold their society, can create culture, and can make the culture more progressive and even infinite, limitless, and the problems can be solved within the culture and society without considering the ecology and the environment. So that was the main worldview of the sociology according to Dunlap and Catton. So they criticized this paradigm, this outlook, worldview of the sociology, and they gave the alternative, the approach, that is the new ecological paradigm. So here I am going to discuss about the new environmental paradigm or new ecological paradigm. Number one, there is first assumption of this NEP, that is new environmental paradigm, is that the human beings is one of the creature of many. That is, in the world, in the environment, there are many creatures. There are many creatures that exist, biotic, abiotic, and many others. And the interdependence of all the creatures makes the life possible. So human beings are dependent on all the other creatures. So this is the first assumption of the NEP. The second important assumption of the NEP is that the cause and effect relationship between human action and the nature. That is how human action may mold or manipulate the nature. There may be certain natural phenomena, but these natural phenomena may have a manipulator, that is human beings. So human beings action may manipulate or may change the course of the natural phenomena. So it has to be understood. That is, the second assumption says that the sociology shall focus on the human beings intervention in the natural environment or in the ecology. Third assumption of the NEP is that the world is finite, resources are also limited, finite, and the exploitation or the use or misuse of the resources may constrain the human growth, economic the growth, or the cultural or social growth. So ultimately it opposes the HEPs, that is human exceptionalism paradigms, concept of the infinity of the cultural growth. Here NEP is saying that no, the world has a limited resource, and if the human beings misuse it or uh, use it or exploit it beyond the limitations, so there may be the scarcity, there may be the constraint over the growth and over the balance in the ecosystem and ecology. So sociology should focus on these things. So these are the three important assumptions of the NAP that I discussed in this video. So now we can understand that this how the Dunlap and Catton gave an alternative approach or paradigm or perspective in the sociology, and with this perspective, with this paradigm, the environmental sociology as a new sub-discipline emerged in the sociology. So environmental sociology got organizational recognition because of the three organizational developments. First, in 1964, the several members of the Rural Sociological Society showed their interest in understanding the nature and the society and various natural issues, and they formed the organization called the Sociological Aspects of Forestry Research Committee. And the second organizational development was in 1972, the Society for the Study of Social Problems. They decided to add an environmental problems division in its organizational the operation. And third, the organizational development was in 1973. It was the Council of American Sociological Associations authorization towards the forming a research committee on the environmental sociology. So these three organizational movements means give shape to the institutionalization process of the environmental sociology, and soon the environmental sociology also got recognized in the International Sociological Association, and a new the research committee even introduced in the name of Environment and Society in the International Sociological Association. So it came out of the American sociology and extended to other means the parts of the world. So this is the end of the present discussion. I'll continue means making discussions and in this series of the videos of environmental sociology. So be connected and like, share the videos. Please subscribe those who have not subscribed yet, and thank you.